My name is Michelle Nicole, and I am the founder of the Global Institute for Wellness, and I am sitting here today with Dr. Aiko Hormann. And Dr. Aiko Hormann has become a family member to us. She came in for a 2-week seminar, and there were many demands. There was much healing and many miracles during that 2 weeks. And with that, many people wanted an expansion, and they wanted her to do more seminars. So we kept expanding, and of course we ended up hosting her. She's been part of our family for 5 months now, right? And has been living in our home. And over this time, God has just shifted entirely the focus of her ministry and the major assignments that He's calling her to. And we have prayed diligently about how we could come behind her to complete these in her final years. She's been a global instrument for healing and miraculous, wonderful things for many people all over the world. And we want that legacy to continue even far past when the Lord takes her home. So that is our main purpose here today. That's what Global Institute is going to do. That's our global mission statement anyway. It was always for health and wellness, and we use that as an instrument to reach the lost for salvation for the Lord. So we're very excited about this, and with this, what the Global Institute did was create a board that of specific expertise that could take Dr. Aiko's ministry to the furthest, goal that we could max it out to. So with God's help and God's direction, we put together a really loving board that loves on Dr. Aiko and is 100% about her teachings and her methods of teaching. And many years ago, I think we should talk about this, she was prophesied over by Dr. Bill Hammond that she was not going to be just a single anymore, that she was going to be training trainers, and her material was going to go all over the world. And that is the vision that was given to us that we are supporting. So we will be training trainers to take this all over the world. And that's the exciting part. So with that, I'd like you to hear a little bit from Dr. Aiko Hormann, my Mama Aiko, that we call her, so she can tell you what God had put on her heart.
Well, I must say this is really a God thing that people talk about, because it was far beyond my comprehension and anticipation, and the way things turned out, the people supporting me, and I did not want to just demise my life will end the ministry. And I'm sure God wanted to expand and continue after my homegoing. And what the Lord impressed upon me is this. After I ministered to General Boykin with his PTSD syndrome, as well as a hip joint problem, neck problem, and so on, and he was healed of so many things, and he told me he would videotape his testimony. So I thought, in addition to his testimony, I would have about 4 or 5 topics that are commonly suffered by veterans, also non-veterans later I found out. It was addiction, PTSD, and pain in the joints, and of course internal organs conditions, and so on. And so I promised to General Boykin I will make about 4 or 5 different videotapes, and then his testimony will be at the beginning, and then at the end I will have salvation message and a prayer. And this will make a package for veterans as well as non-veterans alike. And I believe this is God's desire to have it. And at that time, General Boykin said he has no faith in VA hospitals. Currently they're functioning, and he would really back up nationwide and even international scale. And so I'm excited about that, and also the fact that I will start teaching to non-Christians, New Age people, Jewish people, any other culture. I will be non-Christianese way of presenting the gospel, like I did in Moscow and Kiev and other countries, when I was reaching the intellectuals without mentioning the Bible, God, or Jesus. And I started with scientific facts, and they all agreed that they had certain, problems, and they need to find solutions for addiction, for example, in Russia, and so on. And I was able to demonstrate right in front of their eyes the miracles of people being healed of addiction and PTSD type of conditions, especially trauma memories. And many people are still haunted by the trauma memories. It doesn't have to be war zone, witnessing the terrible accidents, witnessing terrible murder scenes and things like that. They're all traumatic. And so all these conditions, there are people who had flashbacks and nightmares, some of them nightly flashbacks and nightmares, totally healed almost instantly. Usually it takes a few minutes, and by conventional therapy it may take weeks and months and sometimes years. Well, anyway, the Lord impressed upon me that my assignment on this earth before I go home to be with the Lord is to make those videotapes for the purpose of reaching out to those people who are non-Christians as well as Christians, so that they will be trained to do more work for the kingdom projects. So now I would like to introduce one of the board members, Eric, and he is a financial officer with many years of experience and high credentials. Why don't you add?
Eric has been for 35 years.
35 years, yes.
A financial counselor for insurance and obviously all other finances.
Yeah.
But more than that, our board are ordained ministers as well, so they really have a heart for God. And Eric has been a very significant, he does significant outreach in our community. So he led the hunger in our whole county. Very large one. He has served on many boards for other Christian organizations, as well
Boys and
as
Girls Club.
also
Also the Salvation Army.
And the Salvation Army.
Palm County. And
he's got a huge heart for the Lord's work and kingdom work. And so Eric is heading up all of our financial department for Dr. Aiko Hormann's ministry right now. And so we'll be watching how the growth of all of her material, with the creation of new videos, new books, right? All new things that are coming from her revelations this time in life. So we're excited about that. We're very excited.
Yes.
And our other board member happens to be my husband, and I want to introduce you to him. He has actually been a teacher of the sciences for many years. And he was a professor of colleges But more so, he had top government clearance, just like Dr. Aiko did, to do research for the government. So he studied viruses on Plum Island and has published papers. So from the science background, it was very interesting, because to get a scientist to believe some of these things that are really supernatural, you know, scientists like to make sure that they see the evidence. And so what has happened is he has gone through all Dr. Aiko's material and basically was very impressed on how she brought science into the Bible. And that was the main link. And so we're really excited because he can teach the science that Dr. Aiko has been teaching all these years with the 3 brains and the other stuff. So that's his talent, right? Anyway, we just wanted to really make
Aren't
sure.
you going to ask Bill to say something?
Oh, no, she's
Oh, we
doing a great
would
job.
love to ask Bill to say something.
Yeah.
Let's do that, okay?
Oh,
Come
okay.
and join us.
I have to move this. I'm the camera operator also.
So tell them.
Yeah, this is really straightforward and quite simple. I'm a doubting Thomas, and some of the things that I heard that Aiko was teaching and some of the ministry work that she was doing left a lot of questions. Questions being, can this be for real? Does it really make any sense that quantum mechanics is somehow connected directly with the spiritual world? And the more I read, the more I connected it with what little science I know, the more it made a lot of sense. And to watch the miracles occur and connect it with science is a terrific thing, because science and God are not separate. Science is God. God created all those laws, all those rules, all those regulations, and He enforces them on a daily basis. And when you don't enforce them, when you switch them, that is what's called a miracle. So it doesn't discount science. Science and the Bible are not fighting each other. They are very beautifully connected, because God made the world of science, the world of math, and all of the world's rules, regulations for chemistry, biology, and physics. And it does make a tremendous amount of sense. All you have to do is listen, pray, and you will also have the same revelation.
So I want to tell you that we're filming this, obviously, in a very informal setting. It's in our home, where Dr. Aiko has been for the last 5 months. And it was time that Dr. Aiko could live out her life in a very wonderful, lively, independent living facility that we were able to find. So she's acquired a 2-bedroom apartment in a 300 resident adult community close by that will be giving her 3 meals a day if she wakes up for them. We tease her because she's not a morning person, she's an evening person. And all her transportation, and she is within 10 miles of all of us on the board, and we have actually taken the 2nd bedroom in her adult community and we're making it her private corporate office now. So we will be working with her every day in her own setting, and she's going to be, I'm sure, a huge gift to this facility. There are 300 residents there for her, and they have told her that she could give seminars there and continue to witness to the people that are there. They're all excited about her coming. And so we just know that this was all from the Lord.
So that itself is a mission field.
Yes, it is. It is a mission
Yes,
field.
it is.
She's got a pool to exercise in, and jacuzzis, and a library with computers, and a worship room is there that she can use to hold any kind of Bible studies if she wants, and entertainment. And so she really doesn't have to leave. It's like a little city. But more so, she's going to be loved on by the people that have surrounded her now to take on her future assignments of the Lord, so that she can rest. And when she's done, she'll know that she'll know that she'll know, right?
Amen.
That she has reached as her maximum capacity here on earth. So we have put a letter on her website, and I know many people were skeptical because they wanted to know, who is this Global Institute for Wellness? Well, this is us. You're getting to meet us now.
Yes, this is us.
This is us, nothing fancy, but the Lord gave us that name because we are supposed to be reaching the globe for the lost. And He didn't want us to put a Christian name on it because, we want to be able to touch all people and first meet their wellness needs. And then with that, which is what Dr. Aiko's been doing anyway in places across the globe where she has spoken to many people that weren't saved and came in without, even in China where she wasn't even allowed to mention the name Jesus, she reached many people by not using her Christianese and being able to see miracles. And then salvation came because they wanted what the Lord just gave them. So that is the approach we're going to be doing. So we just thank you for being with us today and meeting with us, and you'll be hearing a lot more from Dr. Aiko because we're going to be filming her on a regular basis. Have a great day.
Thank you. Dr. Aiko, would you like to say goodbye to your audience, please?
Well, it was nice having me, and this is, as I said, it's overwhelmingly miraculous the way things turn out, the things that nobody expected to be together. And I usually say God is the maestro of orchestra and orchestra of His people. He knows exactly who will be the piccolo, the violin, or the piano, and so on. And so He put those people with the special talents and giftings together. So it was really amazing. The group itself is a miracle. So thank you for watching, and so we will be together again soon. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
All your support will go towards the future assignments. So we're asking for anyone to pray about it, and if you feel God is directing you, then send anything that you would like to support to Dr. Aiko Hormann for all of these future assignments.
All right, Eric, thank you very much for being with us. We know you're a busy man, so do you have any final comments?
I just want to say I feel privileged to be part of this organization to help Dr. Aiko increase her goals and what she wants to do.
Okay, God bless everybody out
Yes.
there, and we'll be seeing you soon. You'll have to put up with our home amateur videos. Bye-bye.
Bye.